The conversation about menopause is broken. For decades, it's been wrapped in silence, stigma, and one size fits all advice that ignores the full reality of what women go through. And it's costing us more than we realize. Right now, half the world's population will go through menopause in their lifetime. That's billions of women, leaders, innovators, creators, mothers, executives, caregivers. Every one of them carrying a lifetime of skills and experiences. And yet, most medical schools dedicate less than 1 day to menopause specific training in their entire curriculum. 1 day for something that will affect every woman and by extension, every family, workplace, and community. The lack of knowledge has consequences. I've seen women misdiagnosed with depression when they were in hormone decline. I've seen women leave careers at the peak of their expertise because they couldn't get the support they needed. I've seen relationships crumble, not because the love was gone, but because the energy, clarity, and connection had been replaced by exhaustion and overwhelm. And the conversation, well, it's still mostly about hot flashes, still mostly about night sweats, still mostly about take this pill or try this diet, quick fixes that miss the whole picture. Here's the truth: menopause is not just about symptoms, it's about brain health, bone health, and heart health, and mental health. It's about the nervous system. It's about identity. It's about leadership. It's about the fact that we are the only species on this planet to outlive our reproductive hormones by decades. And no one gave us the manual for what to do with that time. When the conversation reduces menopause to a medical footnote, women are left to figure it out on their own, piecing together fragments from Google searches, podcasts, and late night chats with girlfriends who are just as confused. This is why I created the Zenzova Method, because I was tired of the noise, the misinformation, and the assumption that midlife means decline. The Zenzova method works because it combines the three essential elements: science, so women understand what's actually happening in their bodies and brains and stop blaming themselves for things that are our biology. Strategy, so we create sustainable rhythms and lifestyles that support energy, clarity, and strength every single day. And number three, soul. We reconnect with our identity, our purpose, and our feminine power. The parts of ourselves that get buried under decades of being everything for everyone else. Because here's what I've learned: you can't out positive think a body that's in burnout. You can't mindset your way through a hormone crash. And you can't reclaim your life without addressing both your biology and your identity at the same time. I've seen the results, not just for me, but for women across the globe. One client came to me ready to walk away from her high profile leadership role because she felt like she was losing her edge. 6 months later, she negotiated a promotion, mentors other women, and says she feels sharper now than she did in her 30s. Another hadn't slept through the night in 10 years. Within 3 months of working together, she's sleeping deeply, her anxiety is gone, and she says she wakes up with joy instead of dread. And there's the woman who told me, Darcie, I finally feel sexy again. Not for someone else, but for me. I feel sexy. That's the power. That's what happens when you fix the conversation. Because here's the truth, when women rise in midlife, everybody benefits. Families get stronger, businesses grow, communities thrive. The ripple effect is massive. So, my mission is simple: stop treating menopause like a side note, start treating it as a leadership, health, as a leadership, health, and societal priority. This isn't about fixing women. It's about creating systems, conversations, and opportunities that let women thrive in the decades after menopause. Because there's so much life to live. And that's why I keep speaking, writing, and leading until the conversation is no longer broken, and until every woman knows that midlife is not her ending, it's her rise.